But that's here nor there, and that's what this show is not about tonight. We're gonna cover a few topics. Well, let me just start until the young lady gets here. Well, let me just start until the young lady gets here. The Kool-Aid Club. Oh yeah, the new age of enlightenment. Cult dynamics in the modern world. What up, What up, Easy? What up, Los? Roll it if you got it. Pour it if you got it. Everybody should be lit already anyway from watching the Super Bowl. We in here. We in here. Try to hit this girl one more time. Because this story is very interesting. And I want, with all this shit going around, as far as, you said, as far as with all this shit going around, as far as these cults popping up out of nowhere, this is a very interesting topic. And it always starts with these Abrahamic religious groups. It's always a nigga trying to tell you he the Messiah, or he's the next God, or this or that. It's always the same scenario. And a lot of these Abrahamic religious groups, they all got a leader that all got these SA charges. They all be having these same type of charges. Hold on. Let me see. Hope she ain't go to sleep on me. If not, I'm still gonna rock out. We just gonna do the interview tomorrow if she go to sleep. Oh, we in here deep. 75 strong. Let's go. Tap that screenshot alive.
So I was in Josh's live today,
What's
right?
up, peace?
Peace and war. No, I'm just playing. So I was in Josh's live this morning and I saw Bass, right? So, like a title basically, would you follow this woman? Would you be part of her tribe? Talking about Goddess Rarebird or Empress, whatever. And, and so I brought up, or brought up to Bass that he said mama. And he swore up and down. That's why you might saw that I called you early this morning.
He swore up and down he didn't say that? Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Watch
So
this.
I went to go call you this morning, but it was like 5 o'clock your time.
Let me show you how niggas lie. Let me show you how niggas lie. See how quick niggas lie?
And that told me a lot.
Hold on. I gotta send it to myself. Hold on. Oh my God. I can't believe he really tried to lie.
Yeah, because I said I saw it. And he said, well, show the screenshot. Show the screenshot. I said I didn't take a screenshot, but I saw it. This is not nobody telling me. I actually saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, and I said, that kind of answered a question for me because, like, I hadn't heard from you since, or seen you since that live. Like, I went to work. I remember I was talking to him on my way to work because that's when all the other stuff went down. And then I went into work. I texted him later or the next morning or whatever, and asked him if he was up and did he go, and I was going to ask him about it or whatever. But then, he said, no, I said, are you up or are you asleep? And he said basically a little bit of both or whatever. And then I was like, did you go to that live or Earth Speaks live? And then he was like, it took a while for him to answer. And then I saw like the next day, cause I didn't look at my phone anymore or that phone. So then, then when you showed that, I was like, maybe that's why he hasn't been around. But for him to deny it, that was crazy this morning. Like people, I don't lie. I am brutally honest. Sometimes borderline rude and crude. Because I'm so honest, I will lie to the popos and to someone trying to take my life. My freedom and my life. I will lie to you. Just let you know. But anything else, it's not even worth remembering that lie. I'd rather use that storage space for something else.
It is. This man cap.
I hope he still got it because I remember seeing it.
Y'all see that? The more part is the high expectation. That's right, mama.
Wait, you're gonna have to take. Let me see if I'm a moderator. Take your comments off. I know I'm not a mod on this page, but if you go to do your comments or your settings to the comments, you can turn the comments off so we can read it because it's kind of scrambled. I see it, but I'd rather see it clearly. There you go. Let me take a screenshot of that.
Y'all see how this man capping? The more part is the high expectation. That's right, mama. But he telling Kenya he never said that. That did somebody hack his account or some shit? Let me know, Bass. Who did somebody hack your account? This the shit we be talking about right here.
Yeah, that's this morning when he said. I said, "Well, I said, Swarthy showed, you said, showed you saying calling her mama." He's like, show me a screenshot." Like he got like defensive about it, you know. And I was like, "I can't show you the screenshots because I didn't take a screenshot. I don't have it." I said, "Oh, you know what I do? I'll call Swarthy." So I tried to call you, but I knew it was like 5 something in the morning your time, so I knew chances were you weren't going to answer. But I told him I was going to get it. And I said, I know what I saw.
Yeah, he caught that lady mama. I don't know why he in denial. Stand on your shit. If you caught that, you feel like that's your mama. Stand on it. What you tripping for? He know that shit is wrong. Like he know he fucked up with that one.
Yeah, that kind of disappointed me, but I'm glad that I saw that you'll lie over something like that. You'll lie over anything.
Yeah. What else you'll lie about? You feel me? Mama baby bird brains. Your mama baby bird brains. You lie about something small like that. What else do you have the potential to lie about?
I know what I saw. And when you show that, I know what I saw.
I don't know why he was in denial on that shit. He drunk that Kool-Aid, the grape flavor like I got on the screen. Special edition.
I think for me, it's potassium cyanide. Sounds delicious.
Makes sense.
He
Yeah,
got that crooked, look at that evil smile he got on his face.
I was supposed to have a special interview with a person that was in the cult, and they was in the cult was a Hebrew Israelite cult, and this shit is all over the place. When I say this shit all over the place, it's all over the place. The tea is very hot.
That shit is all over TikTok, dog. I don't know what's going on TikTok, bro. They need to cut that shit out. It's multiple cults on TikTok.
This the dude right
I
here.
think, yeah, I think like the TikTok is supposed to be spent for you to take your time and learn. Your discernment should be better because you're dealing with different personalities from around the world that you never probably would have came across. Different ideologies, different everything.
Hey, look, I done been in the room with Zionists. I done been in the room with people that think they cheese stick. I done been in the room with people that a white tee that think he a cheese. Hey, this shit get weird on TikTok, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You got all kind of TikTok cults popping up. Like I said, when I first got on the app,
Furries.
they had a
Cat
TikTok
people.
cult where they was letting making women slice their arms up. You had to get
Oh,
on.
Yeah,
Yeah, you had to
we
for
get on
got the
real.
TikTok.
Nigerian doctor in the spot.
For
You know, the
real.
Nigerian doctor that lives in Atlanta and he prescribes our people poison. Yeah, that guy.
Oh
But we're
yeah,
supposed to be your brother. We ain't related to you. And
hey,
it
look,
shows.
You gotta be careful in these.
Prescribing pills and you know we're supposed to do herbs. Shame on you.
You gotta be careful in these TikTok streets, man. Like, protect your energy for real.
yeah,
Like
because
these phones,
you got a lot of energy vampires out here. That people
it's
that
more.
they thrive on basically on people's vulnerabilities.
It's more to these phones than people think. Like these phones that this phone that you listening to me talk to you through, it's carrying my frequency through it and all that shit, bro. And I can affect your frequency from right here where I'm at by based off what I'm saying or the words that that's coming out of my mouth. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? Like, bro, for real. This shit get
Also,
wicked.
the screen is LED, so you're just straight messing up your pineal gland.
Hmm. Look,
That's
when
why I try not to look at the screen.
I'm about to say when I did
When
my
I,
research earlier today on this dude or whatever that's like was running the cult, he was Hebrew Israelite. I came across just all kind of information on cults and shit and how to start cults and how 6 signs on how to tell if it's a cult or not.
you remember we were going to start us one.
Look, one of the craziest shits about these cults.
I got a whole Netflix series about it. How to
Look,
start a
yeah,
cult.
I seen that. Yeah, I seen that on Netflix. But one of the craziest things about these cults, we all in cults. Like you like
It's our
certain food.
culture.
Yeah, it's culture.
It's
So
our
you
culture.
like certain movies or you like a certain food, you have a cult like they have a cult following for people that like Pepsi. Or you know what
If
I'm
you
saying?
like, if you like
What
American
you trying to
Indian
say?
history, if you like American Indian history, if you like hip hop, if you like,
Yes.
sports, this is American culture.
Yeah.
But culture
That's
means to cultivate the land, to till the land.
But these are cults are basically like they get a charismatic guy basically who, you know what I'm saying, know how to use words and
a
manipulate people.
spokesperson.
Yeah. Or a woman, and that person plays on people's ignorance or they play on people's emotions. They you know what I'm saying? Like old girl came around playing on people, oh I miss my grandma emotion. Or I'm you know what I'm saying?
Nah, for
Playing on
real.
that. Yeah, they recruit on TikTok. This is one of the biggest
Yeah,
recruiting platforms for these cult
I missed the
cults.
fuck out of my grandma. Real talk.
So she came in as a grandma.
Facts. I don't even know that
She,
lady, bro. She better
yeah,
stop playing.
she gives that she
She
gives
need to stop playing.
that soulful grandma that talks shit. But she's still granny. But she, got knowledge. She touches every facet of what we perceive ourselves to be or are. You know,
Hey, look. Hey, look, my grandma and my great grandma died a few years of like a few years apart from each other. So that shit hit different. You feel me? Like she better stop playing on this app for real. Cause my people don't play. My ancestors do not play. Shit, stop playing around, bro.
and we're getting like heat because we see through the bullshit. And plus this lady's telling you to call her mama and then say don't listen to what your mama and them say. I mean, you did not deserve the
Look,
title of my mom. You didn't take care of me. You
then
didn't do none
then
of that
look.
shit.
Then people saying she's not connected to Dr. York. She doesn't say Dr. York. Yes, she did, and she got a YouTube video where she got them basically talking about Dr. York, talking about she trying to get him out, just like she said on TikTok. Like it's like we hearing different things than they hearing. It's like they hear something totally different than we hear from this lady.
It's a
Everything,
spell.
yeah, everything she say, we saying it
Hey,
back to these people, and they like she didn't say that.
did they had a movie come out with the black lady and she called herself mama and she was hanging out with the little kids, hanging
Oh,
out with the teens,
facts,
and
facts.
she had the lady that got the big eyes. I can't think of her name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. She came out had them kids locked up in the basement on some get out shit.
She was trying to
On
get
some, on
revenge because
some
their parents was racist and shit back in the day.
hell
She
yeah,
got
hell
revenge
yeah.
on their children.
So
It's the same shit.
I was in a live and it was Rocky's Live. Yeah, I think it was Rocky's Live, and they were talking about something. And then I hate to even say it, but original Copper Empress said that's part of the Hague. I'm like, do you even know what the Hague is? The Hague Convention is
Mm-hmm.
basically, it's a treaty in a sense where between countries, like you got non-Hague and Hague countries. The Hague countries are the ones that, like, if your kid comes up missing or whatever, and you find your kid in a country that's another Hague country, basically they got to give it back, right? And you have an easier chance getting your child back if they got kidnapped and end up in another country. But if you're in a non-Hague country, or considered non-Hague or whatever, then you won't get they don't have a treaty with them. So they don't have that communication where they can get your child back. I know Satori that used to be on here was having people sign up when they were messing with their nationality shit for non-Hague countries.
Wow.
Out here trying to destroy people's lives and shit, bro. That's what people not realizing. Like, y'all really like you gonna get yourself to some shit that you can't get yourself out of. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
like. I'm like, fuck all the Pan African shit. Fuck all the, fuck all the Indian this, Indian that. Like, let's take care of our people for real, bro. Because there's some people out here. It's a lot of young people on this app, bro, and they subscribing to that shit. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, we gotta change the narrative. Like, we
Yeah,
can't
how
let
you
our people get
letting a
caught up.
nigga who 80? I thought y'all young people was trying to do it for y'allself. Y'all letting a nigga who 80 years old influence y'all. Dr. York is like 80.
Yeah, fuck that old ass nigga, weird
Well,
ass nigga.
some lady came alive and said he was gone. He passed.
Yeah, they
I
probably
heard
just
that
switched
about
his ass.
they
Y'all
was
seen
saying
it? Y'all.
she was
Hey, look.
trying to get Larry Hoover out too, and somebody was saying he passed away too.
Hey, look, y'all seen the Super Bowl commercial? They had Beyonce on there talking about is she a clone? They had the Android Beyonce on there, bitch.
Shit, I seen one commercial. It had old boy Jeremy Renner, the nigga that was playing Hawkeye on Avengers. It had this nigga in the commercial flipping and flopping around in the commercial. But I'm like, in real life, that nigga got ran over by a snowplow.
Hmm.
That nigga was paralyzed. This happened last year.
Hmm.
So how the
Talk
hell
about it.
he in the commercial flipping and flopping and spinning around and shit? Come on, man. It's
They
that
play it, bro.
off of Jones
So,
show where they sold their likenesses and they use robots and shit to goddamn be in these movies and commercials and shit now.
Some Truman. There's some Truman Show shit that we watching on TV. That's why I just went ahead and went live so everybody could see the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't watched no games all season to this game
Me
for a
neither.
reason.
Me neither. I don't participate in Roman circus.
I ain't finna waste my time having my emotions all fucked up behind the team that I know. Like the only reason why I really watched this because my homie Spencer Buford, this nigga used to come to my parties during the pandemic and shit. He would while he was at UTSA, so I fuck with that nigga. He actually got in the game because the YT dude in front of him got injured, so my nigga actually got in the game. So I'm like, yeah, that's what I was watching for. But other than that, like, nah, I ain't watching that shit.
Roman circus. They give
Christian
you.
McCaffrey want to fumble the ball on the first drive. Boy, get your ass out of here.
I seen
They
that
said
shit.
that shit goofy, bro. He
And
get
then
so
the
goofy, bro.
dude
Come
missed
on,
the extra point on the kick.
bro. What? The game would have been over.
It would have been over.
What
Wouldn't
is
have
he
went to
talking about?
overtime.
The script went deep. They
who
did
won?
their thing on that script this year, man.
Who won?
They had
Uh,
me turned up.
Kansas City.
Oh, that means
Yeah,
the
they had
Indians
me.
beat the colonizers.
That's
So,
what that was
so
a
you,
play on too. Indians
wait,
versus
wait, wait, wait. Because this is my thing. You
the
think the you
colonizers.
think you think the 49ers are the colonizers?
Yeah, that's the who came for the gold rush.
Right, right. But who you? Okay, so this is my thing. Who you think they had digging for the gold though?
I mean, it doesn't matter who they had digging for the gold. The 49ers were the people who came over during the gold rush in San Francisco and stuff. Those were the
Right.
49ers. The
But
Chiefs were Indians.
but we already had our cities of gold over here and shit. We already
But you don't
had.
understand, they came to steal the gold.
Nah. I understand that. I understand that aspect of it. But the real indigenous, it's like it's basically like America versus America, right? Like we
No, it's
already.
not.
In a way, it is
The
because
49ers were gold thieves. They came over here
of
and
course. But
raped the
I'm saying,
land.
like, who you think they got that knowledge from? The
Why
people
we
that was
weren't
really.
raping the land because in 1828, that's when they found out in Georgia area, all in the southeast, that they had gold.
But
That's
we
what
was
prompted
already
that
buying
the
the
Indian
gold.
Removal Act,
We was
because our
already
ancestors knew about that for over hundreds of years. They knew that gold was
right,
there, but they weren't over there trying to
right,
grape the land.
right,
Take
right,
what you
right,
need.
right. But I mean, we still had cities of gold and shit though. They ain't no disputing that. That's what they came over here for. They came over here for the gold. We know that.
Yeah, cities of gold doesn't necessarily mean that the cities were made of gold. It could be just there was gold all out throughout the city.
No, facts.
Because I don't see our ancestors, you know, maybe, made some gold pieces or whatever when they found like gold coming out or whatever, from wear and tear, I guess, of the earth. Um, but I don't just see us just like straight graping the land like that. Because when you do that, you start making this place not this place anymore.
It's
It's
a
a living organism.
it's a certain like I feel like it's the way you go about it, right? Because some of these temples, right? Some of these temples they had gold and emeralds like actually buried under them. You know what I'm saying? As a like it's to pay respects to the land, pay respects to the to the ancestors and shit. So I think it is deeper than like when you say 49ers, because I believe, and I probably need to do some more research on it, but I know they had the indigenous people, showing them where to get it, how to mine it, how to refine it.
Why would we do that?
I mean, bro, like, how else would they know where to go get the gold from?
I mean, but why would we do that? I mean, they could have found it. They could have ran across it just like or somebody
But
could have snitched.
when they was exploring and coming through, what I'm saying, coming through Americas, it was our people showing them the way. You know what I'm
Look,
saying? They
look.
didn't do that shit by
Yeah,
themselves.
okay,
All right.
but mhm.
Look, y'all. Hold on. All right, we're gonna get back on topic. We talking about these coats. All right. Remember I was telling y'all about Dr. York and
Mhm.
the boy had a grape charge in 1964. But
Oh no,
listen
I
up.
don't remember that.
Oh no, I got the tea. It said by building a coat, we on topic. Talking about coats. He trained to regard him as a god. Dwight York was able to create his own personal empire over which he exercised dictatorial control. But before he was a god, he was a struggling ex-convict. Born in 1945, Dwight York was arrested for statutory on June 25th, 1964, for having with a 13-year-old girl. He was given a suspended sentence and put on probation. York broke probation a year later when he was arrested for possession of a deadly weapon and assault. Like, hold on, I got the next page. Hold on, but people will be like, they only put that charge on. Oh, there go Gerbil. Let's go. They only put that charge on him. They only put that charge on him because he's a spiritual leader. He's a conscious leader. But fuck all that. The special guest has arrived, everybody. Um, I'm gonna let her tell her story herself, and some of y'all might know her as Gerbil, but she want to tell her story, and it's a very interesting story, and it's about cult leaders that manipulate women and take advantage of women, and then basically try to flip the scenario like the women are bad. This dude has a whole YouTube, like he made 2 videos talking about runaway wives.
Mm.
This nigga was what would they call it? Polygyny?
Polygamy.
Yeah, he was into that. But
So is this just on TikTok or is this
nah,
in real time?
Gerbil, I'm gonna let Gerbil tell y'all. Go ahead, Gerbil.
Okay. This guy is a Pelagianist. He comes from a group called Hebrew Israelites, but he is from the culty side of the Hebrew Israelites, like the extremist part of it. And he's a Pelagianist. He believes that more men should have more wives, but the women can't have any wives. any more men. So when I was in his cult, he was the one I was directly involved with. He had other wives. Me and this other woman, her name was Kaya. She passed away. And that really destroyed me because we were like sisters. Like, she was closer to me than my blood related sisters. And he
Somebody said Nature Boy. Nah, this ain't no Nature Boy. This is a real
no,
dude.
this is not Nature Boy. He was closer to me than she was closer to me than my actual sister. And she ended up passing away. And after she passed away, he made a video about her, like destroying her name and saying she was a horrible person. He did her dry. She was a wealthy woman. She was a doctor. She was very wealthy. She lived in a mansion. She showed me and my daughter the best love that any woman has ever showed me besides my mother. And he financially dug her dry. She died broke because he kept taking.
So Gerbil, all right. Can you kind of take us from the beginning? How did you meet this guy?
Oh Lord. Okay. So the way I met this guy, I was like in my, I want to say how old was I? I was like 23 when I met this guy. And I was trying to find myself. I had grown up in Christianity. And I was trying to find out who I was.
So do you
And
think is he older? Was he older than you? Because he looked kind of old.
oh yeah, he's, let's say, like, he was 30 years old when I was born.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So the nigga like 50 something right now.
Yes. That's why he keep calling me the young one. But anyway, I was looking for myself at the end of the day. That's what I realized I was looking for. When he came to me, I was arguing him up and down because people think that when you go into these cults that women are dumb and women don't have any sense, and that is far from the truth. We might be missing something. It might be something that we feel like we're missing, but we're not dumb. Because, my sister wasn't. She was a doctor and she was very wealthy. And she got caught up in it too. But what I was looking for was myself in these books and stuff like that. So when he came to me and he was like, you're a Hebrew Israelite, and then he showed me everything in the Bible. And this is before I knew that, the slave trade was a hawk of shit. He showed us that, and then, everything that we've been through as melanated people, how the white people have put us through stuff. I was still young and I was going through that. Like, how come they're still up top and why are they doing this? So I was looking for myself in the book. I was looking for pride. I wanted to feel special. So that's what immediately drew me to him, because he could prove to me. He proved that to me through the book initially, that was the way to go at first.
Mm-hmm. And he basically was into what, the Hebrew Israelite community or whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, he a P Diddy, bro. Like, these people, these celebrities and shit, they know this shit, bro. And
Groomer. The dude's a groomer.
this is the information that our people is missing, bro. So when they So when they take advantage of people that's trying to find themselves, and I don't mean, I don't mean to be raw like that, Gerbil, because it's not your
No,
fault. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But when they target people, they know it's people that know that it's something wrong, but they can't figure it out for themselves. So when they tell them, they use that as an opportunity to gain leverage on them and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, go ahead, Gerbil. I'm gonna let you rock out, and then I'm gonna follow up.
Look, it's one part. Hold on, before you start again, Gerbil. It's one part of the video with the girl with the yellow head wrap, the head thing on. Is do you know her too?
I do.
Okay, I want to play her part. I like when y'all hear this shit. I would show it, but I'm just gonna let y'all hear it. This shit is wild.
Okay, if you got some sage, light your sage up. You know what I'm saying? Let's raise the energy and let's make this a positive experience so we can all learn from this. Look up and she wouldn't move today. You know what I mean? Like
This nigga talking.
People be proud about whatever they got going on, but they ain't went through they really didn't go through anything, man. They really didn't go through things like certain other brothers went through, man. In the walk, in the truth.
The video is called "Runaway Wives Testimonies."
That you put your life into. Jeremiah is a witness. Jeremiah was at my house with her in 2015 when we got together. I invited all the brothers out, Isaiah, Yasha'al, and Thanya out of the Parazan. You know what I'm saying? The brothers were STL. They always at the house when I was with this young lady. They was all there. You see what I'm saying? And for you to say you're not a wife, you force yourself into a situation where you could consider yourself not a wife, right? You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro.
Hold on, I'm trying to get to the point. Cause this girl go, she gonna destroy this man. Here we go.
I'm sharing and opening up my life to you today, thanks to a young lady from Living with a Purpose, which is a community center here in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm going to come out about this story and share it with others, because fighting it on my own reveals to me a lot of evil people. On February 13th of 2016, I had my first child. I was age 35, and I went into a hospital to have my daughter and have St. Mary's SSM Health Center help me with the birthing of my daughter. When I went in under the name that was an Enriquez. Excuse me.
Wow. She gonna go on for a minute. Hold on, let me fast forward it a little bit.
Take order to remove my 3-day-old baby from this hospital without any clear saying that it's a 90 of one another. We have to join in this fight because
You want to come a little closer in the school system.
Anything
there
to
go.
write the export order.
Hold on, y'all.
State agencies not helping me, guys. Nobody's helping me.
This is what she talking about. Her daughter got molested by this dude.
I stepped away, but I was following the video. She said a lot of things, right? And before I showed the video, I showed the same police officer that she talking about in the video, right? I got more videos of her going in the police car and all that stuff, getting them.
The video called "Runaway Wives Testimony" on YouTube.
You see what I'm saying? It was. This was I was so drained because it was like every day for over a course of 3 days.
And keep in mind,
police over there to the house.
Dude is a school teacher.
Be investigated by caseworkers,
and my daughter being investigated by caseworkers. You see what I'm saying? And this was right before my last court date I was going to have. Okay? So I was really stressed. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, you did it a year ago. I went down to CPS and they interviewed me and interviewed the same woman that she's speaking of. I had several testimonies of women that been taking care of my child. And all of them said the baby is happy. She loves her eyeball. I don't see any inappropriateness with family with her at all. And here we go a year later. And she's not telling all the story because she got in touch with my wife at the time who I was with, and they both was on the BS. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So she already was in contact, sowing discord with me and my wife, my other wife, right? You know, ex-wife.
God damn.
Okay.
Shit all over the place.
A lot of conjecture, a lot of stories, a lot of lies, a lot of slander. I gained full custody of my daughter or two later. Right?
I'm trying to get to the part where she talking. There we go.
This man told my family member that in the school system.
I'm trying to get right to the part where she talking.
Being a woman that did not jump into this of these people.
Damn, I can't get to the part.
She said that he had like Isaiah.
Was that a picture of you, Gerbo, on the screen? Hold on.
Am I perfect?
Because she gonna mention.
Yes, I do. He sounds.
No, that's not a picture of me.
She hold up a picture of somebody. She gonna mention that he was touching on her daughter and shit when she was 4 years old.
That's her daughter. She holds up a picture of her daughter, and then she holds up a picture of him.
Okay.
I can comply.
Nope.
I don't have the confidence to stand trial. And until I took their attorney, I take their attorney, and he files the filing in the wrong district, which allowed them to medicate me instead of a court order for a sales act to stop forced medication. So he's incompetent. Yet I was incompetent until I took their attorney, who was incompetent. This is wicked, y'all. And I know you probably can't fathom or wrap your minds around the injustice that I'm speaking of. I know that it doesn't make sense to you, but I'm telling you, guys, listen, we are in these last days. That word of truth is so real. These people are injurious and harmful, and it's under a color of law. They are deceitful in their practices. You have to band together. You gotta come together. You gotta pull your resources together. And I'm gonna come back.
That's not even the part I'm looking for.
This man
okay, right about there. Is it the other video? Hold on, I think it's the other video. I think it's this.
4 years old. This man
here
is touching her, and it hurts.
Listen to what she say.
It hurts her.
Listen to what she say.
They have put her in the care of her dad. This is her dad, who goes by the name of Maharika and Yisrael in our community of Israel. Inside of their world, he is a teacher at a public school, and he goes by the name of Gregory Patterson. Inside this school is a molester. My daughter told me at 4 years old that this man is touching her, and it hurts. It hurts her. I asked this man about touching my daughter, and instead of him sitting as a civil parent with me to go over if my daughter is being hurt intentionally, or if she doesn't understand what she's saying, any examination with my daughter, he decides that he wants to defamate my character and start calling me all kind of horrible, evil names. he never addresses my daughter saying that he's sexually assaulting her. I have put this in tons of affidavits. I filed this on court records. I've made many reports to Children's Division regarding this abuse, and they all still conceal his wickedness. April 26th of this year, after that man who I just showed.
All right. I just want y'all to hear that part where she was saying that the dude was touching on his own daughter.
Yeah, they be working with the police and shit.
She gonna talk about that too. We're not even gonna get on that part. But Gerbil, what? Okay, all right. I didn't watch both videos all the way through. I watched one whole video, and I watched this video that I just played, the first one where he say, "Women are whores" or whatever the fuck he say on the damn thumbnail of it. Is he talking about you in this video or the second video? Which video is he talking about you in?
The whole video. Look, you talking about in
Because he
the
got two
video?
videos up. It's two videos.
He's talking about me in the one with his rebellious wife, and the one with the witch where he said that she
So who is
went to the
this?
voodoo man.
Who is this girl?
That's the first woman that he ever did polygyny with.
This shit is all over the place.
I know.
It's a lot. This is a lot to unpack. Like a lot to unpack. So, all
I
right,
told you I'm gonna make a whole series
this
of
shit is
his
wow.
shit.
You need to write a book about this shit. You need to do more than make a series. You need to go on and write that book because that shit'll be a bestseller. This shit is like all over the place, y'all. When I say all over the place, it's all over the place. So, and when you was with him, how many women was it all together?
When I was with him, it was 3 women at first. Then he kept adding on. He had like other people that he would just, have sex with or whatever, but they would never make it as wives.
This is wild. So everybody would live in one big house, or like he had like different houses. How did this work?
We lived in different houses, and like on the ceremonies, like the Hebrew ceremony days, we would all meet up and we'll see each other and stay in one house for like a week or so.
Wow. And all while this going on, he's a school teacher.
Yes.
This is a lot. It's a lot of moving parts. This is what I'm be talk. This is what I talk about when I talk about they let anybody educate our children.
So for all
Yep.
the parents in the chat, think about your kids going to school. Got different teachers and stuff that they around this shit. They don't know, you don't know nothing about these people. That's why as a parent, you need to be up there at that school, talking to the teachers, talking to the principals.
No. We shouldn't even be having our kids in their system. We already know that that they don't teach shit. Like like my daughter, my youngest one, she never been to school.
He out there.
Honestly, in a perfect world, I agree, but some people don't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? Some people
Make a
have
way.
to,
Make a way.
You're right.
That's your child. That's your child.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I ain't gonna disagree with you on that. But for the people that do have their kids in public education, you need to be involved. You need to know who your teacher is. You need to have a rapport with your teachers.
Mm-mm. They could put on a mask in front of you, but be something behind the scenes.
Look, I went
But some of us will have discernment with that. Especially the fathers. You gonna meet that nigga at a PTA meeting. Dads
Exactly.
would be pissed off.
Yep. But see, here's the thing.
I know there's some good actors.
I just posted a video about that mass John, and the thing is like, yo, teachers be part of that Masonry John too. Teacher equals 33. They part of that John too.
Facts. They definitely be a part of that masonry shit. What do you think principal really means?
Look,
That's a
when I was
Masonic
in
term.
when I was in sixth grade, we had this teacher, Mr. Sweeney. He got called out because at that time, the teachers had the
Everybody that's
TVs
been
and they,
tortured. Welcome to the live.
yeah, the teachers, they had the TVs in their rooms and stuff, and he got called out because basically at one point while we was in school, some kids that was in his class seen him switch to his TV monitor, share his computer screen with his TV. He had like inappropriate stuff on there. So me personally, bro, I know of teachers when I was in high school that was messing with
Hmm.
students.
Me
Me
too.
personally,
It's
Miss
always,
Pace.
bro. It's
Miss
always,
Chase, she OYT lady. She was messing with my homie. She was messing with the homie. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna go into detail, but
bro.
yeah.
A lot of teachers be
And that
doing
type of
that.
shit don't get talked about, especially on the men. On the women dating younger children. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? That shit
Yeah,
do
it's
not
more
get
like a
talked about
badge
at
of
all.
honor.
You know,
It's more
yeah,
like a
that.
badge of honor. You got a whole homie knocking down the teacher. Like, come on now.
But you're really getting, but she's really being a predator. And so that's a lot of
Exactly.
the thing is guys do make it seem like that's something to be like. My buddies told me like a couple times with their babysitters, things like that happened to them. And I would tell them, like, dude, you guys thought that was cool the whole time, but you were getting like,
Yeah,
you
you was
know,
getting that saved.
yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
so, but that's how they brush it off. Like they feel like it's cool. And
Yeah.
like that, I don't know, that's manipulation at its
It's
finest
toxic masculinity. That's
between
what it is.
Mhm.
peers.
It's
That,
toxic
and we wonder
masculinity.
why we got so many predators out here. Because you got predator women creating predator men and vice versa. Predator men creating predator women. And it can just it's just a cycle. It's just a cycle, a long, vicious cycle that
You
continues in our
don't think
community and it never get talked about. But
you don't
certain
think
things
that
like
you
this,
don't think that a man that's been sexually I'm sorry, that's been essayed by a woman, you don't think he got that same idea in his mind?
that's what I'm saying. It just continues. They perpetuate the behavior onto the
It's
next
a
person.
learned behavior. I
Yeah.
got
I
blocked
do
out of a
know.
live. I got blocked out of a live yesterday for saying it's a learned behavior. It is.
And most rainbow people, they have that in their background, but they won't
Exactly.
be
That's why I
honest
got
about
blocked
it.
out of the live.
They won't be honest. Most, I ain't gonna say all. I'm just gonna say most. And when I say
Yeah.
most, if we're gonna put a percentage on it, I'm gonna say 70%.
Yeah, my brother wasn't, and he always acted that way.
Hey, do y'all remember?
I will
Do
say
y'all
this
remember
though.
back in the day where your parents and them, your daddy or your mama used to go out and they used to leave you with the babysitter, and the babysitter was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing. You know what
That's
I'm
what we
saying?
just saying.
It's the same thing. And
Same
see,
thing.
they messed the boys up by thinking like, oh nigga, you just got down. No, nigga, your son just got raped.
Yeah.
Facts.
Watch your
Watch your
words.
I
This is
will.
words.
TikTok purposes only, entertainment purposes only. But
I,
Gerbil,
Drop
back
and
to
come
Gerbil.
back. Might
Look,
as well drop
this
and
is
come
an
back.
interview about Gerbil. She actually was with this dude right here.
Peace,
I
So
guys.
will say something about this dude though. He's the most evil, most wickedest, vile creature on this planet,
whole Hebrew Israelite,
and
a Power
he
Ranger.
will be stopped. I will spend the rest of my life making sure everybody know about this person so that no other
Hey,
women.
I'm on this head. That's why I said as soon as I seen your story, I DM'd you like, hey, let's do an interview about this shit. We got to spread this story because he's out here preying on young women right now
This
on
interview is a
TikTok,
part of
on
that wicked.
YouTube and shit. I
Yeah.
got young daughters. I don't want my daughter to come across no dude like this.
I ain't gonna lie. Watch out for the principals, because the principals be the main mason. My principal had a bald head, wore a lot of purple type John. That's subliminal as hell. So watch out for that.
And they be a part of all these fraternities and these sororities and these boule organizations.
And
And y'all know what they do.
he literally feel like he cannot be stopped. He think his Yahweh Shah can save him and that he cannot be stopped.
But here's
That's
the
why he
thing,
does the
though.
things
Mind
that he
games.
Some of
Let
them
do.
me tell
can be, some of them can be stopped though. But what really saved them is the Mason justice type John. You gotta start doing the Mason symbols back when you get in court type John. I'm telling you, like, look, One of my mans, he threw up the three side type. Look, I'm not even like a season. When you put your hands behind your back and throw up a three side, bro, like the judge system, they really see that, John. They really see you part of them type, John. That shit can save you. Not lying.
What up, Juicy?
Cause they gonna be thinking you part of them. Not lying. Like, yo,
Only want to.
once you start putting your hands behind your back, standing in a different way, they gonna think you one of them. I'm telling you.
I'm talking about in the afterlife. That shit ain't gonna save him.
It ain't gonna save
All
him
the
in this life
creators that
neither.
he shitted on is a real woman.
He incriminated himself on his own video. Like, why would you? He tried to. The video is basically him trying to respond to all the allegations, y'all. Go watch the video. The video's on YouTube. It's called Runaway Wives Testimonies or some bullshit. Hold on, nigga. I screenshotted it. Hold on. This shit is wild, y'all. When Gerbil his Runaway Wives Testimonies, whoredom, the
That's one of
daughters
the
of
things they
Israel,
started doing.
judgment cometh. And then he got as the thumbnail, I am a whore.
Yeah,
What the
that's
fuck?
one of the things they trying to rob. They trying to wipe their karma. One of the things they started coming out doing, these spiritual leaders, is they come out and they try to get ahead of their allegations and they tell people, "Hey, I'm gonna be getting accused of this, but don't listen to it. Don't try to,
Trying to get
you know
ahead
what
of
I'm
the
saying?"
ball.
Yo, didn't Rashad Jamal did the same, John?
Exactly.
Months before that shit, before
Exactly.
he got locked up. I
You
think
know, they
Dr.
trying to
Boy
wipe
probably
their
did the
karma. They
same
trying to
thing.
let they know a lot of people is tapping in with their shit, so they know they gotta be careful how they manifest shit. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So they try to wipe their karma. You know what I'm saying? They'll try to jump ahead of the allegations and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be getting accused of this. Don't buy into it." You know what I'm
But here's
saying?
the
So
thing, though. They do that in movies in Hollywood too. They put the truth in there just so they won't
Gerbil,
get
can you
exposed.
tell me what state he in? Like, what state is he? Like, where is he at?
Louisiana. I mean, sorry, no, St. Louis. He is in St. Louis.
Right out there with you,
Right,
Juicy.
right. So now let me do my digging.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm finna
Right
do.
out there with Juicy.
So let me find out. Like, that's crazy. Cause what school do you teach at? Like, I need to know all this.
This is
I don't
crazy.
know
Yeah.
what school he teaches in
In the
because
video he
I'm
got
from VA,
uh
but
What's
but
his
in the
the
name?
video he got
teacher.
the girl say to school. Hold on, let me see if I can play it again. This video. I'm gonna see if I can rewind it.
What's his name?
She say
His
his name
name
too.
is Gregory
Gregory something Corbin or
Patterson.
some shit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Gregory Patterson.
Patterson, yeah.
Okay. Gerbil, cause I'm looking this shit up right now.
This shit is
You're
wild.
welcome, love.
When I say I seen this morning, I'm like, what the fuck? This is the same type of shit that goes on in these organizations all the time, and nobody ever speak out about it. This
He
that
works
nature
at
boy type of shit.
Marion Middle School, maybe.
I think so. Yup. Because the girl said it in the video. She said the school and everything. I just didn't play the whole part. But when I watched it earlier, when I was just doing my research on it, and man, yeah, oh yeah, he findable. That wasn't. I don't know why he think got Gerbil think he untouchable. Oh, he could get touched.
That's his whole mindset that he's untouchable.
If
That's
we
why
make
he
him,
does the
if
shit
we
He
that
could
make
he
him
get touched.
does.
viral, he gonna lose his job and all that.
Yeah, he could get touched. We could touch that man in multiple different ways.
No,
Financially,
this is no.
yeah,
He's not Marion. Yeah.
spiritually, physically.
Like, how dare you disrespect my friend that passed
Well, I don't
away?
know. Yeah,
Like,
he might
I
be
don't
at
know
this
who
one
you
because it
think
says
he
it's a
is.
Jewish school.
I wouldn't be surprised. It might be
He
him.
got a 6 star on his head. Look at it. It's a 6 star on his head.
Yeah, it's a
If he
Hebrew
got,
Israelite. He a Hebrew Israelite, so that
hey,
makes sense.
2024, we pulling up on niggas. What you mean?
Ugly cloud camp, cause that's how I'm feeling right now. You know what I'm saying? Cause motherfuckers I fuck with, we don't get down like that. And
These
this is a
internet niggas? Yeah. Yeah.
love
And they
like you
don't.
niggas trash.
His
he
whole
don't
channel is
either.
just bashing women. That's what he. And then I didn't even know that was like a thing on YouTube until today. Like it's a whole thing called Runaway Wives like tales, and it's just dudes talking about how their wife then left them.
Be bitter ass niggas, bro.
When I say I went down that rabbit hole today, I went down that rabbit hole.
I
This
can't
shit
wait.
wild.
And I'm like, you can't take no accountability. All these women are leaving you, and it's our fault.
It's obvious they see something out your crazy ass that they got to get the fuck away from.
Like, what did he do to you? How did you get away?
Okay, so for me, my family was not having that shit. As soon as he put hands on me, it was a wrap for him. They took me, got me to safety. That was it. My sister, however, it was hard for her. She didn't have the family to back her up.
Wow.
So I had to go back into it to save her.
Wow. And like, was he making like?
Was she self-unalive, or he had something to do with it?
See, what I believe is different. Like, he don't have anything to do with it. She left him and actually got married to a man. And really married. She left him and really got married to an African man. And he was just as abusive. And he did voodoo and stuff like that. So I think he probably hexed her.
In the video,
And
he talk
killed
about
her.
that dude too. He called him the voodoo man. He said
He
girl
saw her
voodoo
out.
man.
He saw her out. He saw the weakness, and he was probably keeping
Another
tabs on the old dude.
yeah,
He was
another
probably keeping tabs on the old dude, and peeped all the females that he was fucking with, and peeped her out, and brought her into his shit.
And then she was like, I'm ready to leave you. You're not treating me right. And he had threatened, he's like, you're not going to leave me. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to. And then she got into a car accident, which didn't kill her, right? It didn't kill her. And then when she went home, she just dropped dead.
Wow.
As soon as she walked in the house. I'm sorry.
Internal bleeding.
Entertainment, educational purposes only. TikTok. We discussing the movie.
Right.
On YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But that's never happened before. So he probably did do some type of hex or whatever on her, but I will never know.
This shit is like crazy. Like to think that there's really people out here like that that's this narcissistic and this evil, and you know what I'm saying, and they really think they can't be touched.
They're doing all that in this life thinking they can get away. They about to get rolled up on. No, either way.
24 motherfuckers getting exposed. And
Yeah.
and with the exposure coming is all motherfucking bad shit coming to these people. Everything that they've manifested is coming back to their ass. All their chickens coming home to roost.
That woman meant so much to me. I said I wasn't gonna cry. I don't know why I agreed to do this.
It's all right, Gerbil.
We
I
appreciate you spreading
understand.
the awareness, so.
Yeah, I understand all this is, you know what I'm saying, like hard to talk about. But I really want to showcase this so people can see what's really going on with this conscious community shit. People be thinking all this, oh, I'm a Moor, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, I'm a this, I'm a that. You getting yourself involved with these organizations and these leaders be like him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they recruit on here, dude.
It's not your fault, Gerbil. You feel me?
Making it seem like shit is
These
all
dudes,
good and
these
happy,
people
loving
ain't
life,
shit.
and be sick
These
as
niggas a
hell.
piece of
Look,
shit.
I want to share my story with cults because I ain't never been in a cult, but
Mine was the church. A Christian
look,
church.
when I found out about cults, I was in 5th grade, right? I was, I was checking out a book in 5th grade from our library at our school, and it had information about cults. So I checked this book out. At the time, I was staying with my aunt because she stayed closest to my school. So, like during the week, I stay over there, and I walk to school. So I checked this book out, and I started reading about the cults and shit about Jim Jones out there in South America and all that shit, right? And it's actually kind of funny story. So So I started reading about the Colts, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? Talk about the moon man, how they had the moon people thinking that the comet was gonna come get them, and then they was talking about Jamestown in South America, how he had all them people out there, you know, on the sideline. So I started asking my mom, I'm like, hey, what's up with this? Like, what's up with these? Because at the same time that all of that stuff happened, they had the anniversary for the Waco fire. And if you don't know, they had a code out in Waco, and
Mm-hmm.
you know,
David Koresh.
David Koresh, you know, he had a group of people, and it was mixed. It was YT people and some black people out there.
Some of
You
everybody, yeah. Mexicans, blacks, whites, everybody.
know, we out here in Texas. This is how we live out here in Texas. Like, you know, we all mixed in. It ain't no really like, for some people that don't know, like, it's hard for people to discriminate on people in Texas
Look,
because we all mixed in. It's like we got the Mexican people, we got the YT people that fuck with the Mexicans and the black people. Like, it's hard for us to be. We still get discriminated against, but it's a little bit harder. But anyways, so like,
I'm gonna show this again for all y'all Dr. York following ass niggas. By building the coat, he trained to regard him as a god. Dwight York was able to create his own personal empire over which he exercised dictatorial control. But before he was a god, he was a struggling ex-convict. Born in 1945, Dr. York was arrested for statutory in June 25th, 1964 for essaying a 13-year-old girl. This nigga, that will make him 19. He was given to a suspended sentence. Come on, man. And he only got rape charges because they do that to all the black leaders. No, they don't. Malcolm X never had this problem. Bobby Hemmett never had this problem.
R. Kelly was guilty too.
You feel me? Make it make sense.
look. So I checked this book out in 5th grade. It's telling me about all the cults and shit. That shit spooked the fuck out of me, right? So I'm sitting there like trying to sleep at my aunt's house, got all these thoughts going through my head. I'm like, you know, I had to actually use like one of the songs that they sung in choir at my church, Vision, and it was like, it went like this: everything is going to be okay. So I'm sitting there chanting that shit to myself to sleep because I'm reading about these cults, and my mom, she was telling me like, you know, they target weak-minded people. This is how my whole conscious journey began, because I was like, yo, I cannot be no weak-minded person out here getting caught in these cults, getting caught up in these different indoctrinated ways of thinking. So this is what really kicked off my whole conscious experience. Like, so so the funny part is, you know, I'm learning about these cults and shit, right? And then so one day my mom, she's telling me like, hey, I'm gonna take you to the coat factory. And I'm like, the coat factory? The whole time she talking about Burlington Coat Factory. I'm thinking she talking about the coat, like
Like
cult factory.
ULT, yeah.
Bro, so she telling me she about to take me to Burlington, so we get in the car and we riding. I'm like, bro, why my mom doing this to me? Like, what the fuck? Whole time we going to Burlington Coat Factory, and I'm like, bro, I'm tripping myself out. Like, but it was just because I was learning about the Colts, and I'm like, hey, I'm like making myself aware. Like, bro, you gotta have a strong mind out here. You gotta be able to discern shit. You gotta be able to see when people out here is running game on you. You gotta peep shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that was like a traumatic experience for me, like learning like what people was doing and playing how people play with people's minds and shit, bro. Like that shit is weird, bro. And
All
as soon
that
as I hop
be,
on TikTok,
look, all that shit be forms of mind control, small forms of MK Ultra. A lot of these dudes, they do a little psychology, little class or over the summer in the college and think they know how to control people's minds.
I want to talk about also the some of the things that was done, the mind control that he did do to us in
Yeah,
these
talk about that.
camps.
Talk about that. Go into that.
One of the things that he did in the mind control was deprive us of sleep, right? So whenever we didn't do what he wanted us to do, or if I said something that was out of line, which I always did because I'm an asshole, he would deprive us of sleep. He would make us listen to him talk about how rebellious a woman is, and how we're Jezebel, and how our mother Eve is evil, and all kinds of crap. He'll make us listen to this for hours and hours of him talking, and we're not getting any sleep. So that is also part of how all this came to. Also, how people wonder how you get stuck in this cult. Well, it's mind control. It's literally mind control. Like, he sit there and deprive you of sleep, deprive you of food. It'll be these fasts that we have to do, and it'll be like maybe a day to 2 days where we have to fast. And I don't know if any of y'all know what fasting is like when you first start doing it, but I literally felt like I was unalive. So they deprive you of food, they deprive you of sleep, they deprive you of self. He said to us that we're supposed to have his mind. We cannot have our own mind. We are to have his mind. We're not allowed to be individuals. We are him.
And you didn't see
And
the
he says
evil.
so in the Bible. Says that you are supposed to have your husband's mind. It does say that in the Bible, but I know that he flipped it. But he took away our point of self. And then another thing that he liked to do was degrade us in front of everybody. He will make you feel like you're not pretty, and then he'll find another woman and be like, oh, she's so beautiful, and then he'll parade around this new woman, and you like, dang, I've been here for you, I've been doing this and this and this for you, and you have a new woman, and this new woman is calling shots. He'll do stuff like that, turn women against each other, and then when you get mad, then you're evil.
Well, why were you guys even getting upset with each other if you guys went into that knowing it was going to be a million women assigned to one guy? Like, why even get caught up with that emotion?
We weren't upset with each other. It was the mind tricks that he were playing
But
on us.
you would
We
get
weren't.
upset.
We all came into it knowing that this was going to be how it was. It was just the whole mind tricks. I can't explain it.
So,
The mind games. It was a lot of mind games that he was playing.
okay, so Gerbil, at any point, you know how you were saying like he was like doing like he was making you guys like sleep deprivation and the whole fasting things, and then he would blame Eve's demise on all the women, make you feel bad. At any point did you ever start to feel like that was actually evil, and that, you know what I'm saying, did any of you guys ever have like side conversations and talk about that, how evil it actually was?
No, not at first, because it had become normal. It had become normal after a while. It had become normal.
So then is it safe to say that all of you guys were probably emotionally damaged in a similar way for him to have that kind of access on you guys? Because obviously if he was treating all you guys that way and you guys didn't immediately talk about it or bring it up as if it was a problem, because maybe it was better than your own situations personally.
I'm not getting what you're saying.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is, I guess it's hard for me to wrap my mind around a woman like yourselves that have gone through something like that, and why like you guys weren't talking about it. And so the way I see it is maybe you guys were dealing with the same backgrounds and suffering, so maybe that's why it didn't come off like uh, as
an issue as
Who
quick.
did you
You know what
you
I
was
mean?
going? Like you didn't have friends or anybody kind of like you didn't have any prior experience to like cults or you didn't have anybody like reaching out to you like checking on you and shit, seeing what was going on with you.
It's because it seems like
He
everybody.
separated us from our families.
Yeah, that's one of the things that they
And that's
normally
what they
do.
do. That's what all cults do. They separate you from your family. They demonize your family and make it seem like your family against you.
Hmm. The isolation
Here,
technique.
because I was starting to hear it was starting to sound like judgment. So I came up here to make sure we weren't going to have any judgment. Um,
No
no, no,
judgment.
no.
No,
Stop thinking you gotta say something all the time. Hold on. There was something that Izzy said that Gerbil didn't hear that started sounding like judgment, which is why I came up here. Y'all have to also understand mind
What
control
sounded
has
like
nothing to do
judgment?
with I'm speaking. Mind control has nothing to do with people
Well,
having certain issues in their background. People can do mind control on you even if you think you're strong. There are a lot of women out here that are in marriages they went into wholeheartedly, willingly, and knowing what they was getting into, thinking this was the love of their lives, and that man can flip mind control over it. That is simply all it is. So we just gotta listen to what she has to say, and hopefully it'll help somebody in the process.
right. So this is why we're asking questions as well, because we're trying to get an understanding so we can
Question. It
spread
started
the
sounding like
awareness.
judgment is what I said.
I know, but it wasn't. It was a question. But this is why I'm glad that we're hosting this live anyway. And because we have men that are in this community right now that are like, there's a man hosting the live, so it's just good to have that extra support. And then also let people that haven't gone through things like that in on how they got out of it in case we can help others.
You got one falsely claim people on here grooming and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Just because they was in the live where they didn't have a good experience or whatever. And that's another story for another live. But, this is a very serious topic. We can't have our women, out here falsely claiming things, you know what I'm saying? And accusing people of stuff that they're not doing. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother story. That doesn't really have anything to do with this, but it does because it's a very serious topic.
Right.
Like we
She didn't have anything to do with this, so that shouldn't have been a conversation. But
But wait, but it does because we need to be able to clearly identify the people that's doing these things, and we can't have our women discrediting other women's experiences just because they had a bad experience on a live or like falsely claiming because both things happen. You know what I'm saying? So
actually,
there
it didn't.
is
She's not discrediting about it. But that's why
no.
we.
I'm
That's
not
why I
talking
came up
about
here because
her. I'm not
it's
talking
starting to
about her.
go where it shouldn't go, and that's why I've said in the comments. I think Thal should only had her up here
There is
so
no
that that
issues.
story can get out.
There is no issue, and I guess you
No,
felt
we
like
just
you
kind
can't.
of detouring. I'm just kind of detouring it so it's not all on Gerbil. You know what I'm saying? Because like we're sharing the experience it, and I don't want her to feel like like she's the only one person that's going through this because it's a lot of people on this app that's actually involved in some of this
I said
activity.
he should have only had Gerbil up here because of this, the way this conversation going,
The
and
conversation
people
is
in the comments are
going.
even seeing, they even seeing and feeling the
yeah, I
judgment,
Look,
kind of felt
look for
which
judged,
is
everybody
why
that's
I
but
saying
came
that.
up
Hold on,
here
listen.
as
I
one
was
as the oldest
listen.
one on
Hold
this
on,
panel
listen.
to bring that
I was
order back
intending.
in.
Listen, y'all. I was intending to do that, but she didn't show up right when the live started, and they came up before she got here. You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
That's
and
Also,
then I didn't think
she
I didn't
came in.
honestly didn't think Gerbil was coming. I thought she was asleep or something. I didn't think
Yeah,
she was
that's why
gonna
when
show
she
up.
came in, I said in the
So when
comments, I
you
said,
know
I
what I'm
think you
saying,
should
it
drop
just kind of happened
everybody.
like that. But it is what it
Hmm.
is.
let me say this really quick because obviously, um, if I already cleared the air and if she feels like, I already cleared the air and said I wasn't being judgmental. I was trying to get an understanding of what's going on. If I already said that's what it was, why is it still being brought up like an issue to keep going on? We're not getting anywhere talking about this. I already cleared the air on that.
Because obviously you're offended by it, because we're not talking
Well,
about that now.
well,
We've
okay.
actually did move on from that.
Hold on.
And his
Look,
wife commented in the comments and said, I
Look,
told him to do that.
but
And I
listen,
was
Okay,
agreeing
this
with
is
her.
getting
listen.
turned into
Yeah,
something
exactly.
else.
Let's
Like,
not get. Let's not go
really,
left with this, y'all. Let's
yeah,
not go
I don't
left.
want to
We
go
got
left
focus.
into
We
this.
got focus. Focus. So Gerbil.
It is that tone.
Hmm.
So look, Gerbil.
Yeah.
I know this is a hard topic, and I'm really appreciating you coming up here telling your story because it's not for me, it's not for you, it's for the people that's out here going through that right now that may be watching this or maybe see a replay of this or whatever. It's people out here going through this, and I wasn't aware of it until I saw your story that it could be somebody, you know what I'm saying, that I know that's actually going through this. So I wanted you to be able to tell your story and basically help somebody else out there that's probably possibly going through something like this. And another thing, don't think it's just women going through this. If y'all ain't hip to Nature Boy, he was slapping niggas for strawberries.
Yeah, I saw that. He was.
Okay, then it's men too
Yeah.
going through this.
Yeah.
And
The
we just
cold
saw
life
niggas
is
crying for
very
Empress
dangerous.
Rarebird.
Up
She gonna
they
be
wives,
slapping niggas for strawberries in a couple of months.
giving up their wives, the person that they supposed to be spending their lives with and shit, bro. That shit, hey, that shit tough, bro. I can't imagine sharing my wife with no other person. Like, if I was to get married, I don't even know if I really want to get married because for me, like, we don't have to involve the state in order to have an understanding like between us, you know what I'm saying, me and my wife. But, you know, it depends on, like what I when I meet somebody, it depends on, and this is the thing, like as a masculine male, you when you meet your person, you got to be able to, compromise. Her level of understanding might not be on your level of understanding, so you might not be able to go ahead and be all sovereign citizen, this and that, or we Indians and then we this and that, and then, like, sometimes when you meet that person, y'all have to come to a level of understanding each other. You know what I'm saying? So, if the person that I meet want to get married, then I feel like if she the right person for me, then we can go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. But at the same time, like, you gotta be on the level of understanding where I'm at. Like, we involving the whole government with our shit. So, like, let's be smart about how we do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Do we really want to get married, or do we really just want to have an understanding between us and this is what it is? You know what I'm saying? But to each his own.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And if everybody don't mind, I'm gonna drop everybody down except Gerbil, and we gonna just do the interview 1-on-1 to make it more comfortable for her. If everybody don't mind, just drop down, and when after the interview, y'all can come back up or whatever. Because I know this is a touchy subject, and a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, uh, gonna have judgments, and we just try to make sure the sister is comfortable because she was brave enough to come up here and tell her story. You know what I'm saying? Save your judgments for your mama. So Gerbil. So
Yeah.
all right, is he still continuing his ministry or whatever? Is it like still popping? Is it, do he still got like women a part of it?
Yeah, he still have women a part of it. It is actually gotten more popular now. I don't know. To me, I think he's doing some type of other crafts in order to draw these women in, because ain't no way.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he had a lot of women.
So you think like with the, you know what I'm saying, the popularity of social media, you think his audience is growing?
Yeah,
See, this is what I be talking about. A lot of the times we don't even know these people. A lot of the times we ain't never even seen these people. These people don't even get on camera like some of y'all favorite TikTokers don't. Question these dudes that don't get on camera. Question these people that don't get on camera, always trying to teach you something, but they won't even show you their damn face.
he has two kids. One of his daughters I used to babysit. He does not take care of his oldest daughter. Kaya, my sister that passed, kept that daughter, and she loved his daughter.
So where's his
He
daughters at now?
He
Like, are
has,
they in the system or are they with him or?
they're with him now. And when the lady was saying that she think that he was abusing, I don't think she's lying about that.
Wow, I
He
believe her
tried
too.
to
I believe her story
deem
too.
her crazy. He tried to deem her crazy because she did not want her child to have a birth certificate. So the hospital deemed her crazy and sent her to the they sent her to the asylum because she didn't want her baby to have a birth certificate.
And that's how he got custody of the
And
children.
that's how he got custody of her kid,
Wow.
the last baby mama that died. And yeah, and she's the one on a video saying that her daughter told her that her daddy was touching on her.
Wow. And he has custody of that little girl right now.
Yes.
This is wild. This is why you know what I'm saying, we can't allow these people to control the narrative as far as manipulating people with mind control on these social media apps. This is why I go hard on these Dwight Yorks of social media. And he ain't the only one. It's a lot of these niggas out here. It's a lot of these dudes on TikTok that's pulling this same shit right now. Y'all heard the testimony of one TikToker on here that used to be in the group with us, and he talking about how he'll snatch on his woman.
Mhm.
You got predators out here, and they think it's cool.
He was very physically and abusive to me and Kaya. Kaya, he was more abusive to her. He's
Oh, he
only
would like
been
punch y'all and stuff. Like how? Like what you mean? Like
he would beat the crap out of my sister, like beat the crap out of her. And I saw it and I felt so defenseless, like I couldn't help her. And that's like the worst feeling ever. With me, he only got physical with me one time. And it never happened again because that's when I started waking up. That was the time I started waking up.
and at this time, okay. So did he have his own congregation, or was he a part of someone else's congregation at this time?
He had his own.
Wow. And how many people would you say was, you know what I'm saying, in this congregation around the time? Not just the women, I'm talking about maybe it was friends and men and other people like that.
I would say a good maybe like 300, 400.
300?
Yeah.
300?
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say on that. This is wild to me. And like I look at it like this is the type of society we live in where everybody's just like sheep and they just looking for you know what I'm saying, the sheep herder to guide them, when these people that can't even guide themselves. These people be narcissistic, they're abusive, they got a god complex, then they be low-key hating their mom and all kind of other shit. These people have
He put
mental
his
issues.
mom in a nursing home and he did not go and see his mom.
Wow.
So
See,
yeah, he hated his mom.
see, it be a lot going on with these dudes, and these the same dudes that tell women you're a whore and all this stuff like he had on this video. The dude video is literally called, if y'all want to go watch it, which he shouldn't get no play anyway, he shouldn't get no views, but we this is for entertainment purposes only and educational purposes only. It's called Runaway Wives Testimony, and it's called The Whoredom of the Daughters of Israel, and he's on here justifying his abuse on women. And the woman I have up here, Gerbil, she was one of his women at one point. She's just here to give her story and basically give a testimony on how wicked and evil this dude was, and he was running the whole cult. As if y'all was been here for the whole time, you would just heard that she said he had 300 people, members in his church, synagogue or whatever the fuck that shit called. And this dude is a Hebrew Israelite. Let me put his picture back on the screen.
The waking up for me, one of the things that made me wake up is I was riding in my car because I went to go see one of my friends that lived close to me, and I got my daughter because I took my daughter with me because she had little girls to play with. And we were driving back to my house, and he was trying to get a other girl to come to St. Louis with him because I was going to go to St. Louis with him. I was going to leave my daughter home and go to St. Louis with him. And he blamed me for the girl not wanting to come. And so he was like, why does she want to go? I bet you said something to her. And I was like, I didn't say anything to that girl. And he was like, say something else. Say something else again and see what happens to you. And so I said something else to him, and he grabbed me, like pulled me up to him, and my daughter was looking at me. He did not care. He had his daughter in the back seat with my daughter, and he yoked me up.
Why y'all driving?
Like, while we driving, and my daughter was so scared. So when the car stopped, I got out of the car and immediately took my daughter out the car, and I ran in the house.
Wow.
And locked the door.
Wow. This is a lot. And did you ever, like, we have a stigma in our community where we don't involve the law, but in abusive situations and there's nobody to help you, I suggest you dial 911. And if they don't come, I suggest you get a pew pew. But you know what I'm saying? It's steps to take before you get that pew pew. But did you ever like make any police reports or anything on him?
No, I didn't.
Did
Because
any of the women that went through this, do you know if any of y'all ever made this, like your sister that passed away? Do you know if she made one?
I told her to, but she was extremely afraid of him because of the power he had.
This is crazy.
And he like sucked her dry. She was very, very wealthy. And in that video that you watch, he was admitting how he used her and how he sucked her dry.
He do.
And he was proud.
He was justifying it.
And he was happy about it.
The video is called, again, Runaway Wives Testimonies on YouTube. His channel name is E37 Ministry, Army of Israel. And the video is called Runaway Wives Testimony, Whoredom, the Daughters of Israel. Judgment cometh. And they always try to use the good book to justify their bullshit. He used to like use scriptures on y'all, like, you know what I'm saying, and basically belittle y'all with the scriptures.
Oh yeah, this is his favorite scripture to use. He was like, y'all women are evil, and because of the woman, we all shall unalive. That verse is an apocrypha.
Wow.
Eve is the beginning of all. Eve is the beginning of unaliving.
And do you know how many children he has?
He just has two. Well, no, he has a lot of kids. Shoot, he got about like 9.
Wow.
He has 2 that live with him.
Do you have any children with him?
Hell no.
Oh, okay. I'm tripping out that dudes like this get to operate in the open. You say he got 300 members, 300 plus members, probably more than that now with the invention of social media. And They just go out here, go around and be able to do what they want to do to whoever they want to do it to, and nobody ever says anything. And the whole time you was with this man, you said how many women it was total?
Shoot, he had the whole time I was with him, he was with, I saw maybe 6, 7
We're
women.
not accepting no guests right now. This is an interview with Gerbil. She's telling about her life in the cult. This dude I got on the screen, this is the dude she was with. He a whole Hebrew Israelite out here is a whole predator, abusing and touching on children and all kind of shit. Um, so the girl with the yellow headband in the video, was she around when you was there?
No, she's the first wife he ever had. I
Okay.
don't know her.
So basically, he has a long history of this abuse
Hmm.
towards women, but
Yeah,
nobody's, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ain't checking them on it.
right.
This is wild. This that coach type of shit. Y'all be following these type of dudes, thinking, oh, he talks so good. He can speak. He know the Bible. He can quote the Bible left and right. Oh, he know about Israel. He know about America. He know about Top Mary. He know about the Moors. Man, all them dudes is faulty. All these crystal wearing niggas, all these Ankh wearing niggas, all these goddamn 6-point star wearing niggas. They costume. They can't even be they self. That ain't yourself. This ain't the real you, my boy. You in a costume. Beware of these niggas that gotta wear costumes.
Power Rangers costumes and shit.
Yeah. Niggas can't even be themselves. This is wild. This is wild to me. Like that is like really going on, and he got a big following, and nobody's not, you know what I'm saying, going against him. He made a whole YouTube video, y'all. A whole YouTube, basically, well, 2 videos showing how he's justifying his abuse towards all these women that he's been with. And the video is called Runaway Wives Testimonies. Like I said again, how can how can this shit just be going on? And nobody ain't, you know what I'm saying, happening in real time. And he's still out here doing it. And he's a polygamy dude. It's always them type of dudes. It's always them type, the same type.
I'm gonna make it my life's mission to make sure he goes down for the evil shit that he has done to me, to my sister, to the other women that can't speak right now. Cause he think he on top, he ain't gonna stay up there. He
And
going
you said
down.
earlier that he would make y'all fast. How often did that happen?
That happened, um, sometimes as a punishment, and sometimes it happened like every feast day, like on Saturdays, the Sabbath,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
So basically, he would have y'all cooking, cleaning, all that type of stuff, watching the children, and
Yeah.
he'd be doing preaching.
Sometimes he preach, sometimes he don't do nothing but go to his boy's house and they playing games and all that stuff.
Playing Call of
And
Duty,
then the
shit like
and
that.
then the women be in the house taking care of all the children.
And cooking and shit, yeah. I already know. Wow. These are the type of dudes that uh
And he
get in front of
required
teenage girls and get to try to bring them in with the Bible, especially you know what I'm saying? You say where is he originally from? Like what state is he originally from?
New York.
I'm about to say I was just thinking that he looked like a New York nigga. I was just thinking that. Oh, he a fast talking nigga. Them New York niggas be fast talking in the motherfucker.
And he would make my sister bring him her checks and stuff from her
Okay,
work.
so with your sister, was he with your sister before you, or was it at the same time? Like,
He was with her before me.
wow. And can you go into a little bit of detail about what he was doing to your sister?
Yeah, he basically was he was using her for money for the most part. He made her buy her a car, which he in the video which he boasts about. She bought him a car, she bought him a house. Um if she refused to do anything for him, he would beat her. When she got tired of it and she was like, I don't want to deal with you no more, he would drive all the way from St. Louis to North Carolina to beat her. It was a time where
Hold on. Slow down. He would drive from St. Louis to where?
North Carolina.
That's like a 12-hour drive.
Oh, I know.
So who the hell can drive for 12 hours just mad? Yeah,
He
this nigga's
can.
a sociopath.
Yeah, so yeah, he did that. And it was a time after one of their feast days I had to go to, where he almost unalived us. His daughter was in a car. I was in a car. Him and my sister were arguing, and they were arguing or whatever, and he was like, say another mother effing thing, and she said something, and he punched her in her face, and he was drunk, so the car was swerving, and we were on the interstate.
Hey, Miles, get B Reds up out of here. He talking about some victim Olympics. Nah, we ain't doing that. Get your weak ass up out of here, B Reds.
Be Reg, you can kiss my ass. How about that for the Olympics? Anyway, like I was saying, um, he was he hit her in her
Careful.
face, and it caused the car to start swaying back and forth, and we were on the interstate, and his daughter was in the car. And I had to fake like I was asleep because I was afraid, and I was trying to keep his daughter safe too. And he wakes me up and he was like, what you gotta say about what I did? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
And then I went back to her. I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know. I didn't know what to do. She was like, I understand.
Wow. Yeah, it's a sad story. And this all the time. I mean, these type of things happen all the time is because people are cowards. And he's the coward, not you or your sister or any of the women or y'all the real heroes. This dude is the coward because at the end of the day, he can't stand on his own. He has to depend on y'all to do everything for him. He literally is a whole leech. He's a predator. Like, you know what I'm saying? He leeches off y'all energy. That's an energy vampire. That is the definition of an energy vampire. And you said, how old is this dude? Older than you, like 50 something, right?
He is 30 years older than me.
30 years older than her. Tap that screen.
When I was a baby, he was 30.
Wow. So he's 50 something. Then they're 60.
Yeah.
I just look at it like he building up a lot of negative energy that's gonna snap back at his ass like a rubber band and smack him right in the fucking forehead. But this is just a testimony for people to understand that these things actually go on in the conscious community all the time. You follow behind these dudes that you don't know nothing about, and the whole time they at home doing their women and children like this. The whole time these dudes be predators, sucking on your energy on this app, sucking on your energy on women's energy in real life, children's energy in real life. They look for weak people, and not to say that children and women are weak. They just look for people that they know they stronger than.
And the men that follow him are evil too because they condone the stuff that he does. He sit there
They
and just
do
like
it
he
too.
was admitting in the video, the stuff that he does, they condone it. They think it's okay.
And this supposed to be a conscious dude. He supposed to be religious. He supposed to be a Hebrew.
All right.
What
And
part of the
the
Bible do
Most
it say to
High
whoop
is
your wife?
supposed to have him. He said, I'm the Most High Son. The Most High got me. Nobody can touch me.
What part of the Bible do it say the thou shalt whoop your wife's ass? I ain't never read that part. These dudes be false prophets. And he got a big following for no reason. Tap that screen, family. Y'all should be definitely tapping in with Gerbil, because people like her are really the you know what I'm saying, the star beings. Star beings always get abused because they come in here with a pure heart. And they always get took advantage of because they come here with a pure heart. They come here not thinking that people was evil, and there's all kind of evil people around you, Gerbil. Just like his evil people be lurking on me, the same way.
Yes. It's a sad thing I had to learn. Everybody's not like me.
Yeah, everybody not like me, and I feel the same way. Like, and I that was like a lot of hard lessons that people have to learn in life in order to ascend in consciousness. And once you go through some shit like that, I know it's very traumatic, especially dealing with you know what I'm saying, consciousness and religion. Like you said it in in your video, you said it triggered you when you first seen his video. Like it brought you right back to those moments when you was basically in that. And it's crazy. This dude got 300 followers. That's crazy. Probably more than that because you know a lot of people on social media now.
Mm-hmm.
This is wild. When I looked at this, the SP, Southern Poverty Law Center, which deals with hate crimes and all this type of stuff, and hate groups and cults and shit like that, they had these groups on there. The Hebrew Israelites. They had one about the Moors. They had one about the Nubians.
He would make the women have sex when they didn't want to. All that stuff.
So that's
It's
basically rape.
just a lot.
Yeah, that's
My
basically
mind is
rape.
like scattered. I went through so much in his little cult. But
Entertainment and educational purposes only. TikTok. We talking about a movie,
they were talking about a movie with
but
this
yeah,
lame right here as a star.
this is crazy. And if you go watch his video, it's all over the place. That's how you know he crazy because it's hard to catch on to it. I had to keep watching it over and over to really catch on what he was saying. And then as I was watching with me and Gerbil, as I was watching it, so I was trying to get a whole better understanding of what was going on. And this dude is wild. This is a wild cat. And people like him need to be under the jail. I ain't gonna hold you. I say more, but we on TikTok. But we just gonna say he need to be under the jail. But how long was you with him? How many years, months, weeks, or whatever?
I was with him for like a year.
A year. Wow. Whole year of terror.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
year terror.
But I thank you for coming up here and giving your testimony. And you a very brave woman. And we need more women to be able to come out here and speak out like you have, because I know it's a lot of weird ass dudes out here to be putting y'all through crazy shit. And we need to expose these dudes. If he on that type shit, he definitely don't need to be having multiple wives. You can cut that. and then he don't need to be no preacher. You preaching, you know what I'm saying, the Bible, and the whole time you the devil.
Yeah, he's big on that multiple wives thing. He think dudes that have monogamy are weak and all that stuff. Like, he's weird. I don't know.
Damn. So let's be real. I'm this is the question I always want to ask. Like is it was the you know what I'm saying, the intercourse so good that you just accepted everything? What was it about this dude that made you like just like accept everything? Was he a fast talker? I know he probably was a fast talker, but what was it about him? Was he charismatic?
It definitely wasn't an intercourse.
Wow.
Um, it, because like at first he wasn't that evil to me. At first he was very, very sweet and caring. And you know what it really is though, Swarthy? To be honest, I didn't have a really good relationship with my father, so I think I was really looking for my father at the same time.
Wow.
So I know that
He
sounds
played on that.
weird.
He probably knew that too. If he had a 30-year difference on you, so when you was 20 something dealing with this man, he was 50, and he already probably dealt with thousands of women before you. Because at this rate, he in the thousands. Let's just be real. So um I look at dudes like that as predators. Like he prey on people that's younger than him, or no less than them, or you know what I'm saying. He prey on people weaknesses. If he see you have father issues, he gonna play. He played on that, and that's crazy. That he's, you know what I'm saying, able to operate a whole ministry still currently. He got a whole YouTube, y'all. This dude is on YouTube. It's a video where he's incriminating the shit out of himself. Go watch the video. I'm gonna say it again. Hold on, let me go open my phone. It's Runaway Wives Testimonies. Whoredom, the Daughters of Israel Judgment Covenant. E3 Ministry, Army of Israel. That's his name on YouTube. This dude is a whole creep.
It's gonna make you angry. Be careful.
Yeah.
It's
And
gonna
he all
piss
over
you
the place.
off.
Do he partake in like any type of drugs or anything?
Not that I know of.
He don't drink or nothing. He don't
He
have a vice.
drinks. Yeah, he drinks a lot.
Oh, that's his vice. He one of them. So would he be like getting abusive and aggressive when he drinking?
Yeah.
So when he's sober, he would kind of be, y'all will kind of accept him, or would he just be like angry and fighting y'all?
When he's sober, he was a little bit more nicer. But when he was drunk, super saiyan.
That Now,
If
Kim,
anybody
I
have
want to
any
put your, I want to
questions,
put your take, I want to put your comment, Kim. Kim said, "Does he partake in rainbow activities?"
I don't know that answer. I don't know that answer.
But I wouldn't put it past these days. Them be them type of dudes. Like you said, they be chilling with a bunch of dudes all day, and then all they can do with their women is beat on them, and then force y'all to do things y'all don't want to do. Make it make sense.
If anybody have any questions, they can come and ask me.
Yeah, we open the panel up. Everybody want to come up? But yeah, I'm just trying to spread the word on this dude and let people know that it's dudes out here like this in every community. It's an Indian dude probably doing the same thing in our community. It's a goddamn Moor dude doing the same thing in the Moorish community. It's a goddamn native doing the same thing in the native community. It's definitely some Pan Africans doing the same thing. I bet any amount of money it's a grip of Pan Africans doing this. That's all. That always be their excuse. They try to use the knowledge in the book or the Bible or whatever the fuck knowledge over somebody's head and use it as a control mechanism. When actually, at the end of the day, these people be morally bankrupt on the inside. They're shells of themselves. They actually be having parasites and demons on them. That's why they do the shit that they do. Hurt people hurt people. He was probably hella abused as a child and preyed upon.
I
He that
wouldn't
old.
doubt it.
That shit was prevalent back in the 70s, 60s, 70s. Motherfuckers was getting touched. Are you back,
I
Juicy?
wouldn't doubt it.
But yeah, the panel open. Anybody want to come up and ask her any questions? Um, I ain't gonna let but two people at a time because last it was too many people at first and it was too many questions shooting everywhere. We're gonna ask. Actually, we're gonna add one more person just to ask her questions, and we'll rotate that one person because this is crazy. I'm just trying to figure out how nobody don't say nothing about this dude except me. Like it's on Runaway Wives Testimonies, Whoredom, The Daughters of Israel, Judgment Cometh, E3 Ministries, Army of Israel on YouTube. That's the name of the movie. And one of the stars of the movie is right here, Gerbil. She was in the movie. It's on YouTube. But this is an exclusive interview. Y'all tap the screen. Y'all follow Gerbil. Y'all show her some love. Give her some roses. Cause sis done been through it. And she, you know what I'm saying? How old are you, Gerbil? If you don't mind.
I'm
I know I ain't supposed to ask a
32.
woman how old they is, but this is for entertainment purposes only, TikTok. What did you say?
32. 32.
Okay, so you 32. Yeah, okay. So he definitely, yeah, he in his 60s. This is wild. I'm just trying to figure out how can this go? Just nobody just say nothing. Nobody don't say nothing. Nobody is there. Like nobody, none of his friends, none of his homies was like, "Hey, bro, you gotta stop slapping on that girl."
They don't care. They condone his behavior.
So, thanks for sharing. I wanted to ask more of like, what was your guys's um, like daily routine like, and if you guys had like kids there, because I know sometimes I hear about people also bringing their daughter. I know there was a woman recently circulating on TikTok who went missing, and she had brought her daughter into the same situation, and no one's heard from them. And so I wanted to know like what like your guys is like what did you guys do there, and how often were you guys like studying the Hebrew Israelite? Like did you guys have a schedule or
Um, my daughter wasn't there all the time. I try to protect her as much as possible because I didn't really know what I was getting to. I was trying to experiment and see if this is what I wanted. Our schedule was according to him and how he felt at that time. So if he was angry, it would be another ranting Bible crazy type of would be all day with him yelling and quoting Bible verses, and we have to write down the Bible verses. Um, we have to write down the Bible verses 20 times and crazy stuff like that. Or you know, he'll be with his guys, and the other women had children there. Like I was saying, he had a daughter, and we had to take care of his daughter, and we had to do normal things like go grocery shopping and make sure the house was kept up and make sure everything was right for him. If the house wasn't to his pleasing, he'd be upset. Those kind of things like that.
Jeez.
Wow. So when he was like daily basis, so y'all would have to like wake up early in the morning to cook dinner before cook breakfast and stuff like that.
Yes.
Wow. Did he expect like a certain like how they was be saying on the movies like like a certain type of food or a certain way it was had to be cooked, you know what I'm saying? Because I know dudes like that be anal. They be
Yeah.
tripping off little shit.
He would
Like when
ask for what
I
he
don't like my
wanted.
eggs runny like this or some shit like you know what I'm saying? Some weird shit like that.
He would ask for what he wanted previously, and we would have to go to the grocery store and get it, and then in the morning we'll wake up and fix it.
So okay, I have another question and then I'll drop so someone else can go. So I think before when you went on earlier you were saying that like some of you guys lived in different houses, and who was
Hmm.
responsible for all of that? Like if you guys were in the house and you didn't work, how were you guys sustaining?
Well, I lived with my mom, so that's how I was sustaining, and I had a job.
Oh, I thought you lived with him for that year full time
Oh, no,
in
no,
the
no!
house.
I came and visit.
So
So
I
you was
only came. I
just like
came.
every time it was dinner time and church time, or you be just hanging out with him all day or whatever, and you was just around for that year, but you was basically actively having intercourse with him or whatever still during all this time, right?
Yeah, I was still having intercourse. Um, I would still visit him like at least like 3 or 4 or 5 times a month, stuff like
While
that.
he got
Because we
three
always
or
had
four other
stuff
wives.
going,
While
huh?
he still got these three or four other wives as well.
Yeah. Mhm.
wild.
It is very wild. To show you how these people use religion and manipulate it. They've been doing that shit for thousands of years. That's how religion got started. It was over controlling women.
So okay, yeah. Well, I guess I'll let someone else go. But I hope that you've been able to heal properly and not have like put it on yourself. I know you said like earlier that you were able to see like what you were actually looking for, like you realized you might have been looking for your father and you were looking for yourself the whole time. So it sounds like you've been doing the inner work. So just wish you all the best healing. And I'm glad that you made it out because you can be that voice and that strength for someone else. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to identify that in the public pretty quickly, and intervene if you can. So,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I'm on this dude cranium. Like I'm about to delve into the more of the video, and I'm about to put out the awareness about this dude and all the TikTokers in St. Louis. Y'all need to check on this dude.
I
Everybody that's in
appreciate it.
St. Louis, because he could be he's a whole school teacher. He could be teaching at your children's school.
Yes, put them out. Let the whole world know.
Juicy says she on it. Yeah, we all should be uh you know what I'm saying, putting awareness to stories like this because this goes on far too many times and people never say nothing about it. These type of stories get swept under the rug. And people want to argue about things and then look, who's to say what if he would have came like how Empress Rarebird came? What if he would have came out on some shit like that? He could have easily pulled some shit like her, but a lot of them Hebrew Israelites ain't smart on that level to do no shit like that. They just stuck in the Bible. They only know one book.
Yeah. And the
He only know
Apocrypha.
one book. Yeah, that's all they know. That one book. They don't really know that shit that book that well because all that shit is allegory and metaphors. None of that shit physically really happened. The fantasy ass niggas, like I said, He got a whole costume on. He can't be himself. Everywhere he go, he got to wear a costume. That lets you know what type of man he is. He can't stand on his own. He has to play. He has to play a different role. In front, he got to put a mask on, a costume on, a hat on, a Jewish symbol, something. Let you know.
You really think Israel is his land?
Yeah,
Oh,
these people are
goofy
delusional.
ass nigga.
They can't go over there talking that shit. They just kicked out some black Americans that went over there on that dumbass shit. They last summer they just kicked some a whole group of like 30, 40 niggas that went over there talking about that's their land. They kicked them niggas right the fuck back over here. These the same dudes that went on the reservations that the natives was talking about. You guys came on our reservation. No, the fuck we didn't. That was them goofy niggas that don't know their heritage. That don't know who the hell they is. I consider them the either them the lost dirty Moors or the lost Indians. They're a little bit of both. Lost dirty Moors and lost Indians. Dirty Indians too. It's dirty Indians too. Especially with this rare bird shit going on. This shit wild. But I just uh I just think, you know what I'm saying, if we don't put awareness to this dude, he gonna keep growing and growing. Next thing you know, you gonna see this dude on TikTok. He probably on TikTok.
I think he has a TikTok, but he's not on it.
Yeah, he ain't caught to the wave of how big TikTok can get you. He ain't caught to that
Yeah.
wave. Yeah, but eventually he is. Look at Rare Bird. She around his age. She came out of nowhere. She caught to the wave. Somebody put her up on game. Somebody had to. Like, hey, if you really want to put your message out there, you really want to run this scam, this is what you do. Go on TikTok, get you a TikTok. And that's what the people know now. Connect with this person. Oh, I follow this person. He'll put you on. I follow this dude named Earth Speaks. He got like 50,000, 100,000 followers. I'm telling you, he'll put you on.
And then
Oh,
he or speaks up there just allowing these clowns to follow him, to use him, not
yeah,
knowing who they are.
yeah. And I consider all them dudes, them type of dudes that spreading misinformation, like this dude, Earth Speaks. All these dudes that's out here, Bass was telling me bullshit. Bass was trying to tell me that the Confederate uniforms was motherfucking the was our uniforms that had the Moorish hats. No, I looked that up. That was the paper zouaves. The paper zouaves worked for the Pope. Them was basically melanated people that was fighting for the Catholic Pope. They was over here in the Civil War and they was fighting on both sides. False information spreading ass niggas, false teachers, false prophets. They rampant out here in 2024. They running around like roaches when the lights come on.
I really don't know how this dude is even close to children. That's how you know
That's
that
what I'm
what
wondering.
his baby mama said might be true. Because
And
he
how long he
choose to
been a
be
teacher?
close to children.
How long has he been a teacher?
He's been a teacher since my friend died. So
Whoever
since
requested.
2020.
Okay, you got it. You got Juicy. You want to ask some questions, Juicy, or you want to give some kind words and encouragement to the young sister?
Hey
She come.
Juicy.
She said he in St. Louis, right?
Yeah, he's in St. Louis.
And he got like a big following in real life, not a
Mm,
TikTok following yet. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I was seeing people. I was watching. I got screenshots of basically while I was watching. It was people watching it with me. They was commenting. I just was screenshotting shit. I got screenshots of what they were saying. And some of them people probably know some of y'all. You feel me? Some of them was some of his friends and people that's in his congregation. So when y'all was at church, well, first, how many days of church did y'all? I mean, days a week did y'all go to church?
We didn't go to church.
Oh, well, synagogue, or y'all didn't go to church? Where y'all used to? Where
It
did y'all
was
meet?
in his. It was in the living room.
Huh?
We would sit around in a circle, and he would talk us to death about the Bible, about how wicked women are, and how you should serve your husband. And he would go off and then talk about how each of us is not doing what we're supposed to do. How I am rebellious. These are my nicknames. I'm rebellious. I'm Eve. I'm Jezebel. And I told him before I ended it, I told him not to call me Eve anymore. I told him to call me Lilith because Eve was weak. I'm not weak. Call me Lilith. And that pissed him off. But anyway,
And
we'll
when
sit in
you
a
watched the
circle.
video, I about to say when
Hmm.
I watched the video, it was parts because at first when I watched it, that's why I text you. I was asking you like which one was you when he was describing all the different women, and when he talks about Gerbil, he was like he said she was defiant. He was like she the young one. She always doing what she want to do. Basically, like saying that she was the worst one,
Yeah, that was the worst one. I was defiant. So, yeah.
manipulating and putting flipping the narrative like he's the victim, like you was doing him so bad. And that's what he was basically justifying on his video, the whole YouTube video. He shows his first wife talk about how he messed with they daughter when she was 4 years old, allegedly for entertainment educational purposes only. TikTok, quote air quotes. But we have to put awareness to stories like this because these type of stories go on and are swept behind the closet all the time. And these dudes want to be on TikTok preaching, on YouTube preaching, on social media telling other dudes what to do and telling people what to do and having people thinking they connected to a higher power or God or whatever the fuck, Sky Daddy or whatever you want to believe in. These type of dudes have none of that in them. They are manipulated. They're narcissists.
One of my gifts are to read spirits. I can see spirits inside of people. He has no soul. His body is dark. There's no energy in him. He's dark. Like, it's nothing there. I mean, it's energy in him, of course, but he's dark. Like,
Yeah.
he's so.
And what is like he would basically mainly preach about like sermons that like downgrade women and degrade women.
Yes. That was what most of his sermons were about. And uplifting men. Like, oh, men, you supposed to be. You're not higher than the man. The Most High don't like you, and da da. And one thing he did tell me, because he wanted me to give up my daughter to her dad. He was like, if and what if I tell you you have to give up your daughter to your dad? And I was like, I would tell you I'm not doing that. And he was like, the Bible says that if you love your child more than God, then you're unworthy of God. And then I was like, well, then I guess I'm unworthy of God. I'm not giving my child up. So he was really trying to make me give my child up to her dad. And that's really in the Bible. Like, the Bible, it says, if your children are, if you love your children more than me, then you're unworthy of me. It says that in the Bible, in the New Testament. So, yeah, he tried to make me give up my kid. And I'm like, no, I guess I'm not doing. I guess I'm not worthy of your God, then.
Yeah, this a lot. Like I said, when I was looking at the videos and I was watching it all while the Super Bowl and before the Super Bowl was on, and, and that shit was just on my mind. Like this is like crazy. and this basically like a sign of the times. It is say in like it's prophecy that basically at the end of the cycle is gonna be a lot of you know what I'm saying, false signs and false prophets and all that shit. A lot of you know what I'm saying, a lot of deep pump fakes going on right now, family. A lot of dudes out here pump faking. They ain't really about that life that they portraying. Ain't no God in this man. To do what he do to children and women, ain't no God in him, and he a whole school teacher. Make it make sense. And a preacher. Make it make sense. And people following this guy. I'm just to the point where I'm just want my people to wake up and stop following false idols and false judgments and all this false ass shit. This fake flogging ass shit need to stop.
One
You ain't
time
no
he
damn,
told me,
you know what I'm
because
saying, God, dude.
one
Go
time he
ahead.
told me, because I was so rebellious, he told me that I was going to burn, my judgment is going to be to burn in a lake of fire. And I was like, yay, because that will be fun, being that I'm energy. The lake of fire ain't gonna do nothing but energize me. He used to
Mm-hmm.
like hate me saying stuff like that. Like that stuff used to bug him out. But on the real, I want him stopped. Like I told him to stop making the videos about my sister and to let her rest in peace. I told him to stop. He didn't stop. I was like, y'all, you hurt us. You hurt us enough. Stop it. He would not stop.
Yeah.
Now I want his head. For TikTok, this
Yeah,
is for entertainment purpose.
I seen two videos where I watched one whole video that was like 2 hours, and then I watched another video. This video that's on the screen is 3 hours, and that's the video I played the recording from. For all the new people, person one in the chat, if y'all didn't hear the recording from where the girl, his first wife, was saying he was doing things to their daughter. Put a one in the chat if y'all want to hear the recording one more time. For all the new people that want to come in, or that just got in here, put a one in the chat if you want to hear the recording, and it's on his YouTube. Okay, watch. I'm about to play it again. This is his first wife saying this. Did he put this on his own YouTube? Goofy nigga. I don't know why he would incriminate himself like that.
Around it with pens and paper saying, sign this, have the cesarean now.
Hold on.
Her for me to show him something. It's that her bones were broken or that she wasn't moving her legs according to how a child, a baby should be moving their legs.
Hold on. This is entertainment, educational purposes only. TikTok. This is very graphic. A lot of things she about to say. So clutch your
Never
pearls.
in a million years would I have thought that staff, people at this hospital who call themselves doctors.
Oh no, she on the hospital. Fuck them right now. We on this dude head. I gotta play the part where she was saying what he was doing. This is wild. Oh, here we go.
Baby in the hospital. I was awarded custody of the baby. I mean,
this one he telling his side.
Argued with the case manager, and I had some wine in the hospital. They took the baby from me, so I had to fight to get regain custody, and that which ended me moving to St. Louis. Unlike these Negroes out here lying on me, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? And I was able to regain custody of her in 2018. And so this is her mother, right? And I want you guys and you sisters to see this, man. Yeah, she all the head wraps and the scarves looks good. But beyond that, was trying to control me, tell me what the hell to do. Yeah, she committed adultery and lay with two guys with my baby. You know what I'm saying? And when I exposed it to her, I said the most I judge if she had the nerve to say it was I'm going through my Job, right? Which is crazy. You see what I'm saying? She fled the state with my daughter, and the Amber alert her. I got all these different tools. I got all of this stuff like that, man. And they caught her the very next morning, locked her up for 6 months or so, and then put her in a mental institution. And the whole time, your brother Mahara called. He's going to the prison to see her, to visit her. Going to the mental institution to see her. Because I took her as a wife, and she had my child.
For everybody that's coming in, this is the guy on the screen that's speaking. And when he's referring, whenever y'all hear him say the young one during this interview, whenever y'all hear him say that, he's referring to Gerbil. That's on the screen.
So I was trying to do everything I could to be an upright brother, man. But upright brothers always get the stick, man. We always get shitted on, man. It's sad, yeah. You see what I'm saying? And she slandered my name through all Israel. I could play a video where she did a video slandering my name crazy right now. Runaway. You see what I'm saying? Runaway wife. Slander my name. Hard out here. Had Monshara Yasha'Allah kick me off the council as an elder. You know what I'm saying? And brothers ain't even come to me to get confirmation from me or my witnesses that gave us marriage counsel, that I have all the transcripts, you see what I'm saying, concerning our marriage. You see what I'm saying? And the counsel that we received. And all of that was none and void. Like, they didn't want to hear none of it. And made a judgment on it. You see what I'm saying? And going to my enemies, brothers that I was not rocking with, and empowering them to think they had something against me. You know what I mean? And when I finally went back to Dayton, Ohio from St. Louis to get myself together based off the council, right? She wouldn't move to Dayton, Ohio with me. She wanted me to come back to her house so she could have some type of power and authority over me, which I refused to do. So
He's trying to flip the narrative.
Right? And so,
like he was the victim.
She just did what she wanted to do, man. She did what she wanted to do. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry.
Hold on, let me fast forward this. Her part.
At 4 years old, that this man is touching her, and it hurts. It hurts. Blessing of your womb, just to be snatched from you. Since I have been fighting this on my own, I have had evil.
This is his first wife speaking.
Say things to me like, that's why they broke your baby's bones.
Wife
What
speak.
did you? They didn't take my child away. Something's wrong with you. These are the hurtful things that people would say to somebody who has been injured and damaged in such a way. Any mother who is out here who has any love for their child can understand the pain that I'm going through, having my daughter snatched from out of my womb in such a way. How could anybody say such things? I have asked for help from everybody, y'all. I've asked the governor's office. The governor's office said that they would allow St. Mary's Hospital to break my baby bones and put her in children's division and will not help me. The governor's office. They said it during the term of Nixon, not the Greiton who is in office now, but in Nixon. But it was still said by the governor's office. I have mailed out certified letters or things to different politicians throughout the city of St. Louis and throughout the county of St. Louis. There's not a politician who may not know. You got Sam Cooke or Sam Page, which is a county executive who knows. You have judges. You have lawyers. I actually had a lawyer tell me that the lawyers are blacklisting me and will not help me in this case. So I am forced to self-represent myself. Since she's been in the care of Children's Division, they have put her in the care of her dad. This is her dad, who goes by the name of Maharaka and Israel in our community of Israel. Inside of their world, he is a teacher at a public school, and he goes by the name of Gregory Patterson. Inside this school is a molester. My daughter told me at 4 years old that this man is touching her, and it hurts. It hurts her. I asked this man about touching my daughter, and instead of him sitting as a civil parent with me to go over if my daughter is being hurt intentionally, or if she doesn't understand what she's saying, any examination with my daughter, he decides that he wants to defamate my character and start calling me all kind of horrible, evil names. He never addresses my daughter saying that he's sexually assaulting her. I have put this in tons of affidavits. I filed this on court records. I've made many reports to Children's Division regarding this abuse, and they all still conceal his wickedness.
Now y'all can see what she said matches exactly what Gerbil said.
Yeah,
Gerbil don't even know her.
I don't. I talked to her maybe once. I don't know her like that.
Exactly. She wasn't around when Gerbil was around. And as you said, like his wife his first wife, that lady that we just showed was that's why I asked you, did you put one on her? Because I know she was saying she did, but none of them was trying to help her. That's what I was trying to see. That lets you know they be down for shit like that. Because they be into that type shit too. That's who be really taking the, you know what I'm saying, entertainment purposes only. You can't even say that. That shit's
Mm-hmm.
so spicy. But if y'all just coming in, this is an interview with Gerbil about her ex. This dude is a whole predator in the community. He a Hebrew Israelite. We talking about a video on his YouTube. Watch, I'm gonna rewind it. We're gonna play it one more last time, and that's it. And then we're gonna wrap this interview up. This Gerbil is a very brave woman. Despite what people may think of her, she is strong as fuck. For this shit show me a whole new strength behind you, Gerbil, and I respect you a lot for even coming up here and telling your story. Because a lot of people won't tell their personal stories of what they've been through. And you know what I'm saying? Because they get embarrassed or whatever. And I applaud you double time. And anytime you need, you know what I'm saying, somebody to talk to or whatever, you welcome to come on my panel or, you know what I'm saying, talk to me in the DMs or whatever. I'm always an open ear, and you know what I'm saying? I know how hard it is in this world when people just try to take advantage of good-hearted people. But let's play
I
the video
appreciate
back.
that.
Let's play the video back, though, one more time.
Wicked people say things to me like, that's why they broke your baby's bones. What did you do? They didn't take my child away. Something's wrong with you. These are the hurtful things that people would say to somebody who has been injured and damaged in such a way. Any mother who is out here who has any love for their child can understand the pain that I'm going through, having my daughter snatched from out of my womb in such a way. How could anybody say such things? I have asked for help from everybody, y'all. I've asked the governor's office. The governor's office said that they would allow St. Mary's Hospital to break my baby bones. and put her in children's division and will not help me. The governor's office. They said it during the term of Nixon, not the Guyton who is in office now, but in Nixon. But it was still said by the governor's office. I have mailed out certified letters or things to different politicians throughout the city of St. Louis and throughout the county of St. Louis. There's not a politician who may not know. You got Sam Cooke or Sam Page, which is a county executive who knows. You have judges. You have lawyers. I actually had a lawyer tell me that the lawyers are blacklisting me and will not help me in this case. So I am forced to self-represent myself. Since she's been in the care of Children's Division, they have put her in the care of her dad. This is her dad, who goes by the name of Maharaka Ben Yisrael in our community of Israel. Inside of their world, he is a teacher at a public school, and he goes by the name of Gregory Patterson. Inside this school is a molester. My daughter told me at 4 years old that this man is touching her, and it hurts. It hurts her. I asked this man about touching my daughter, and instead of him sitting as a civil parent with me to go over if my daughter is being hurt intentionally, or if she doesn't understand what she's saying, any examination with my daughter, he decides that he wants to defamate my character and start calling me all kind of horrible, evil names. He never addresses my daughter saying that he's sexually assaulting her. I have put this in tons of affidavits. I filed this on court records. I've made many reports to Children's Division regarding this abuse, and they all still conceal his wickedness. On April 26th of this year, after that man who I just showed, her dad, after he excouned with my daughter and quit letting me see my daughter for over a year, I had to hire a private investigator. When I hired the private investigator, I found him. When I found him, I started to call this. It's called the Delwood Police, North County Police Cooperative. These men on this paper, especially this sergeant, and I can't think of his name right now. It's all in the records. Gave the order for them to arrest me on a false ex parte order that my daughter's dad wrote, saying that I was harassing him and stalking him. When I never called him, I have not seen or heard from him or my daughter in over a year. They arrest me, and when their arrest could not stick at the facilitation they tried to hold me in St. Anne's, Missouri, St. Anne's, Missouri immediately let me go because there was no charges. When they let me go, I went to the neighbor's house to where my daughter's dad was located, and the neighbor...
Yeah, if y'all want to watch that video, it's Runaway Wives Testimony, Whoredom of Daughters on YouTube. This is his video, and y'all give me a second. Hold on. I'm going to let people come up and ask her questions real quick if you want to come up and ask her a question. One person at a time.
crooked. Hello, can y'all hear me? Deadwood Police Department is really crooked. Sam Page, before he resigned, he was a crook. You know what I'm saying? Like these people that she's naming, you know what I'm saying? I know about them. You know what I'm saying? They did somewhat the same thing to my daughter when her baby daddy kidnapped my grandson. St. Louis County would not help her. Uh, St. Louis City wouldn't help her. They did have the police to stop answering her calls, stop coming out. So when they saying that the lawyer is blacklisting her, I truly believe her. Like I live in a very corrupt city. Very corrupt. St. Louis County and St. Louis City, St. Charles, pick a place. For her to say St. Anne let her go and they are corrupt too, I'm surprised. You know what I'm saying? But this hurts my soul, Gerbil. Baby, I am so sorry. I really truly am. Anything I could do for you to help, I'm right here. But I'm on this nigga head right here. Period.
Thank you. I'm on his head too. I want him to be stopped. Because it's his time. This is
So
his
is
time
he
to be stopped.
Ohio? Is he from Ohio or is he from St. Louis?
He's from New York, but he lives in St. Louis.
Okay, so the profile for Marion School, that's him then. I done found his LinkedIn. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm straight looking for this dude because bro, you could be teaching my nieces.
Exactly. And
And
that's
that's what's
scary
bothering me,
about
my little cousins.
yeah, that's what's scary about this. And these are the type of dudes that be trying to spread wrong information and always trying to be around children. I wonder why.
Yeah, this bothering me. But everything she said about them politicians and them police worthy, she hitting the nail on the head. They are corrupt as hell. Like we go through a lot here.
I
They
believe
say St. Louis is the murder capital, but they the ones killing us. You know what I'm saying? We don't like I live in Jennings, Missouri. You know what I'm saying? That's 10 minutes from Deadwood. Deadwood is real small. We have a lot of municipalities that make money off us, that pull us over and give us tickets, and they come out, they don't do nothing. I done watched a woman be beat down to the ground and they did not lock this man up. They made her leave. They didn't make him leave. And that was her house. You know what I'm saying? So this is why my heart goes out to you. Like real shit. Because this shit has to be stopped and we stopping his ass as of tonight. Well,
mm,
today. Period.
and that's
But
why
I'm a
when I seen this Juicy when I seen her video Juicy, I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely need to reach out to her. And I was thinking like, how can we spread this message about dude? I'm like, yeah, the perfect way would be do an interview. Like everybody want to watch Shannon Sharp and Club Shay Shay. You feel me? This is why some real Club Shay Shay.
club swarthy.
You
Period.
feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Because when it's all said and done, I live in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? And this is like, this bothering me. Like, I done cried and some more because no
Yeah,
woman
when I
should have to
first
have
seen it,
her
that shit
taken from
had
her.
that shit had my eyes watering when I first seen it.
Yeah, like Gerbil never should have had to go through that. It's men like that that I despise very much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they are very controlling in this city. You know what I'm saying? Then look, he ain't even from here. He from New York. So that means you traveling around all these different cities, hurting all of these different women.
Getting younger women. This nigga's an old nigga. Now this nigga elderly. He elderly. Now that
You
nigga,
know? Shit, so let's cripple his ass then. Shit.
you feel me?
Entertainment purposes only TikTok.
Yeah, ain't no telling how many women and children, man, ain't no telling. Cause Jarber was only around this dude for a year.
Yep.
Videos worthy because I'm definitely getting up in the AM and I am reporting that video to all of the police stations. That's
Mm-hmm.
here. Somebody gonna have to do something. I want the prosecutor,
School board, all that shit. Like somebody got to answer.
all of them, like somebody, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like he works at Marion Middle School in St. Louis,
And,
Missouri. I
and all you
need
gotta do is
all
watch his.
24 of y'all to get up and call these people.
All you gotta do is watch his own video. He incriminated his own self in his with his own video. These dudes need to get on social
Mhm.
media and just like to run their fucking mouth and don't have nothing really tangible to say. But they be if you listen long enough, they'll expose themselves, and that's what he doing.
Mm-hmm. Eddie did. And you played it 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
had
why
to roll up and smoke.
for everybody that kept coming in and leaving out, if you missed it, you missed it. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna go on and end this because I gotta see what
Love you,
people want.
Gerbil.
But
Love
yeah,
you too.
y'all tap in with Gerbil because she got a story to tell. And when the book coming, Gerbil, because I'm gonna buy me a copy when the book coming.
Me too.
We need the
I
book.
should make a book.
Yeah, you need to write the book. Talk about that shit. That shit is a bestseller. But I'ma tap in with y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the TikTok streets. That being said, thank you, Gerbil, for coming on, telling your story. I appreciate you a million, billion, trillion times, sis. And you are
Thank you
very
for
brave.
having me.
Oh yeah. And y'all go tap in with Gerbil if you ain't following her. Follow sis. She got an amazing story. She got an amazing heart. She a truly beautiful person. And we need more people like her to get out here and tell their story. That being said, peace. Y'all hold it down.
So.